afternoon, and good evening. This is Pam, and you are watching Pam Entertainment TV, where we review movies, television series, and incidents in pop culture to see how those incidents affect our daily lives. Tonight, we are about to pick up a new show, and it is called And Just Like That. Now, it is a reboot of the Sex and the City series that was out early in the early 2000s. So, it's Samantha is not there because, just some behind the scenes tea. Apparently her and the lady that played Kim Cattrall and Sarah Jessica Parker did not get along on set for whatever reason. And so Kim Cattrall was not going to do it again. I think that's her name, Kim Cattrall. Y'all bear with me because I tried a new makeup on and I can't tell how it looks on this video and I can't get the lighting right. It's just, I won't use it again. So we have left is Carrie, Miranda, and Charlotte. Okay, so these women, it picks up with them being in their early 50s, mid 50s, early 60s. And so we're going to pick this series up from there. So we're watching, the series is called And Just Like That. We're watching season 1. Episode 1, entitled, Hello, It's Me. So the episode opens is that we have 3 ladies and they are waiting for their table so they can do lunch. You can tell that they are a little up in age. Well, actually, they are literally around my age. So, but they look older than I do, but we will digress. We won't go over that. They're having lunch, and so they have explained Samantha's absence by saying that she took a job in London, so she's living in London. And I think they even made a dig at her, talking about, women in their 60s are very viable over there at that age. They was taking a dig, but I got that shade. Miranda starts talking about her son. You remember she had that son with the man with the glasses, and she says, so he's obviously grown now. She said that he is in his room having sex with his girlfriend, and she stepped on a used condom, child. Gross. And so she's trying to talk to the ladies about it, and honey, they are subtly trying to change the subject, but she's just not hearing it. She is trying to. Miranda is trying to make sure they understand her plight and what's going on. I know that Charlotte has kids. I don't know if Carrie has kids. I don't think she has any children. And so they quickly change the subject. She talks about this. I guess she's going to be a professor at a college. Miranda is. And so Charlotte's like, you going to dye your hair? And she was like, why? She said, so that it won't age you. Because, they're all around the same age. And apparently Charlotte has been dyeing her hair, making sure she looks as young and supple as she can. But it's not the hair. It's the moisturization in the face. But we will keep going. Okay, so she's not going to be a professor. She is going to school. She's getting a degree to assist her lawyering. So that's smart. At least know where you're coming from. Charlotte said Ruth Bader Ginsburg dyed her hair. Carrie talking about some mic drop. So Carrie has a podcast. Charlotte goes back from the bathroom and says, oh my God, I just ran into LTW. And Carrie's like, so is LTW a person or a sorority you want to play? These girls know they can throw this shade, honey. They can throw this shade. And it's so... That's right, Charlotte. You guilt her into going. Shoot, that's you. Nicole R.E. Parker is LTW. So that's how they introduced Nicole's Parker thing to Charlotte. Don't know what she does yet, but baby, my girl always looks good. She always look fine. I could have seen Garcelle in this role too, but she chose reality. But I could see Garcelle in this role because this is a Garcelle Bouvier role. I like Miranda's this dress that Miranda has on. Let me I'm gonna get this book. I'm trying to get the picture of this book of this dress that Miranda has on. It is so pretty. It's beautiful. It's beautiful on her with her real pale skin tone. But Carrie is overdoing it. She's just... Carrie, yeah. Okay, so we get some backstory as to why Samantha is not there. And so I get, Carrie was writing books and things like that. So now she's doing a podcast. And so the way the book business is, she didn't feel like that was I guess it wasn't an extra expense for her to keep her as a publicist. So she said that Samantha fired her as a friend. Okay. So they left that tension in there. Okay. That's okay. Ooh. Oh, Samantha goes to the mall. T for Sex in the City. So basically to recap, Carrie had to let go Samantha as her publicist. Samantha got salty and didn't return any of the ladies' calls. She got mad, so she left and took a job in London, and she hasn't talked to any of the ladies about anything. And so, like Miranda said, hey, that's all you can do. If she don't want to return your call, if she want to act like that, I mean, what can you do? What really can you do? So Carrie is upset. I think they're all upset. But, sometimes you have friends for a while in a season, and then that next season comes, and either you don't have a place in their life or they don't have a place in your life. And it's hurtful. It's painful, but you have to literally grieve that relationship and just move on, because you keep holding on to that relationship. You keep holding on to that energy. You're going to miss wonderful things from other people because you're trying to hold on to someone that doesn't want to hold on to you. And I mean, I know that sounds very simplistic and harsh, but that's just the truth. You've got to cultivate that emotional intelligence to do that. And it's not harshness, it's not mean, it's that you are the most important person to you. You have to cultivate a level of emotional intelligence where you have self-awareness, and you are aware that why would you sit back and be upset about someone who doesn't want to be around you? Because that's only hurting you. It's not hurting them, because they have taken their emotional intelligence and moved the hell on. Rose don't like the dress. And I like that she named her children after flowers. I don't know. That always makes me feel happy. She has a little happy family. I remember when she was just looking into love in all the wrong places. But she sure wanted that man. He stood her up at the altar and everything. Well, they look like they're in love. Too bad Chris Noth has got these allegations against him, because I don't think he's going to be on the rest of the show. Oh, that's sexy. To be playing a record player with all your favorite... Oh, that's sexy. It's nice to see that they have matured, especially Carrie and Charlotte have matured in relationships. Because Mr. Big is singing his little heart out to Miss Carrie, child. Carrie's kitchen is nice, and it's got the wine chiller. So the scene cuts to Miranda getting ready to go to class. She looks all happy and starry-eyed. Whew. The wind. Smith's bar. Miranda had to get her a drink, child. 10:45. She had to get her a drink. They said, oh, we don't open till 11. It was 10:45. She said she'll wait, child, because she need her drink. I don't blame her. Doing something new, or something that you haven't done in a while, just a little Chablis will settle your nerves. Or some good breathing exercises if you're somebody that doesn't drink. A good breathing exercise helps. Miranda, stop! Miranda, stop! Baby, Miranda, shut up! Shut up, Miranda! Oh, she is showing her age. Miranda is in there rambling. Let me tell you what's happening. Miranda comes, now she needed a little Chablis to steady her nerves. Then she gets into this class, and she sits in a seat, and the person next to her says, "Hey, that's the professor's chair." So she's like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." So then she sits down in her chair. So then this beautiful black woman walks in, and she's like, "Oh, that's the professor's chair." And then there she goes. And if anybody doesn't know what a microaggression is, this is a perfect example. She's like, "Oh, I saw the braids. I saw the braids, and it was so different from your hair on the website." Again, our hair is always policed. So she has a definition or a defining of when a black woman wears braids, it means this over here. Versus if she wore, so in other words, the hairstyle that the woman probably wore is probably a straighter hairstyle, was much more appropriate for her setting. And so now she's babbling because now she's in a room. She's in a room with looks like a queer person who just talked about their pronouns. She's in a room with other black women, other women of color, probably gay men and women. So she is really showing her, I don't want to say it's ignorance, but she's showing that she has set herself apart from these people. And I said it like that she's just babbling. She's one of those, and this is one of those things where you have these liberal women who think they are woke, but they are just as, they have just as many telltales of them living in a white privileged society as anybody else. But they just want to feel like, because, hey, they want to get, they care for the blacks. Oh, the professor made her feel a little bit better. She was like, "Yeah, I was rocking a different hairstyle." So she made her feel better. Not that she didn't have to do that, but it was nice that she did. She cares for her students. So Carrie is doing this podcast. We left Miranda in the classroom with egg on her face, and so now we're with Carrie. She's doing a podcast, and she's doing a podcast with a cisgender male and a non-binary representing female, and Carrie is a cishet gendered female. I hope I got those things right, because the pronouns always get me. And so they're talking about, so the guy brings up masturbation. He wants to know why he doesn't see women masturbating like he sees men masturbating on the train and all this other stuff. And so that's the kind of subject that Carrie is a little uncomfortable with, and they see that she is uncomfortable with that subject, and they are just talking and asking. And bless her heart, because I would tell them, because we use stuff that we don't have. I would have told them real quick, because they're probably masturbating, but they just use stuff that they don't have to use their hands. This reboot is not going to have me going off. This reboot will not have me going off. But yes, there's a lot of different things and a lot of different sexual apparatuses that you can use as a woman that you don't have to use your hands. There's even some that come on an app. Miranda sees her professor on the train station, on the train platform, and the professor's, I guess her husband is they're talking about IVF, and here comes Miranda. Miranda's trying to bond with her professor, honey, and somebody is playing the guitar in the subway. How you gonna offer this girl a hit of your bong when it's pandemic time? Okay, so Carrie is a little uncomfortable with the new wave, I guess, with the her doing a sex column in the 90s versus now with internet and Instagram and everything instantaneously at your fingertips and stuff like that. So she's not as comfortable as the other people on the podcast on talking about sex. So the host is just giving her some encouragement to kind of open up and loosen up and to talk about certain things. So let's see what Carrie's gonna do. She told her to step her pussy up, because she's basically a writer at heart. You know what? Because I don't know how old some of you all are, but where was the little sex lady? The lady used to come on TV. She used to be like this high. Carrie could step into that position for the kids, for the young people now. The lady that gave sex advice. I can't think of her name, but I'll probably put it down here. She done asked her husband to masturbate for her. And he's a good sport. He's going to do it. He is literally masturbating. Oh, that's a nice bathroom. Oh, that's a nice closet. Carrie, so let me pause this. So Carrie's getting ready. She had a beautiful closet, beautiful bathroom, beautiful closet. She pulled out some nice, beautiful blue shoes. They look like Jimmy Choo, but I couldn't read the label. And she's going to the recital, and Mr. Big is going to be on his Peloton bike with Allegra. I guess is the lady's name on Peloton, Allegra. So he's just sitting there, and he tells her, I'm looking at you, but his eyes say, "Ooh, I love you." And I don't know if she picked up on that or not, but I know she loves him, and I know he loves her. So he's just smoking that cigar. So Charlotte is having a fit because old Rose don't want to wear the outfit that she wanted to wear to Lily's recital. And so she's making a big hissy fit about it. And so the dad was like, "Well, can't she wear what she wants to wear?" And she's like, "No, because Charlotte's like, "No, because I wanted us all in florals." So there was a compromise. She's going to wear the dress, but she's going to wear whatever she has on top of it over the hell. Good compromise. Good compromise, because, and everybody's talking about the outfit. So I don't know who this man that came up. He was like, she looks like a... he said she looked a little crazy. So Rose is going to she's wearing the dress, but she's wearing the dress, with some additions. She's at that age. It just is what it is. Steve came here worth a darn. So Miranda is telling Carrie about a day in class, talking about, "Oh, I look like the white lady who couldn't stop saying black." Well, you were. You absolutely were. Okay. I'm enjoying it so far. I think we got about 15 or 20 more minutes left. I'm enjoying it so far. The man came in looking crazy because the women's... And I don't understand why they don't do that. Here's just a little pet peeve of mine. They have urinals and they have stalls in the men's bathroom, which is great because that's what they need. But they'll have like only 3 stalls in the women's bathroom. And I don't understand why they just won't have... They don't have to be as wide, but I don't see why a bathroom standard is like 6 toilets in a woman's bathroom. And to me, on both sides. So you only need a certain amount of hand washing space. You don't need that whole, because you'll have a whole big old area to wash your hands and stuff like that, and then you only have like 3 stalls. Cut that big area out. You just need a sink, wash your hands, keep it moving. It would be nice if you had something that sprayed the water on your hands, sprayed the soap on your hands, and then you go and reach for the towel and go say, because the air dryers, I don't know who came up with that, but that is such a nasty thing because, honey, that is blowing the air in the bathroom onto your hands. So if somebody's in there taking a big old dump, those fecal matter particles are blowing back on your hands, child. That's nasty. Just I like for the paper to come out and you wipe and throw it in the trash. But the problem with that is some women are just nasty. Okay. So, LTW, I think that's what her name is. Nia Ari Parker's role came in. Her mother is a concert pianist, and she has that concert pianist air tour, which is cool. I like to see a black lady who's a concert pianist who is hoity-toity. I love it. So her son is going to play. So we're going to see if his skills are up to par. The boy's up there just moving back and forth in the chair. He got to get comfortable. Baby! That boy went up there to play at Mozart, honey. He hitting every key but the right key. Grandma is mortified. His daddy said, "Oh Lord, my soul just left my body." LTW, her name is Lisa. Honey, she is drinking that wine that Miranda got because she said, "Oh, I'm not going to be able to deal with this." Both of them are drinking that wine. Oh, Miranda's husband just took his earphone. Oh Lord, he just took his hearing aid out. They are just kissing all in the recital. Okay, here comes Lily. Oh, she's serious. Oh, she in there playing, honey. Go, Lily. Mr. Big is on he's on that Peloton with old Allegra, honey. Lily is playing the hell out of that piano. It's a good thing the little boy went first. He ought to be shamed. Your grandmother, the concert pianist, and that was the best you could do? He is not going to hear the end of it. Mr. Big tired. Oh, that bathroom is so pretty. That's a nice shower. Oh. Oh, Lord, Mr. Big like he having a heart attack. So she still has her old apartment. Oh, Carrie. Carrie has her old apartment. Lord. Oh, Lord. Girl, please don't let that woman find her husband dead to the ground. Oh, he ain't dead. He ain't dead. Oh, he died. Look at it. Oh, my gosh. Baby, call the ambulance. Baby, call the ambulance. Now he dead. Big died. Ooh, Big died. He did say something about taking a nitroglycerin pill. But Lord, I wasn't expecting this man to die. This is the first episode. Okay, y'all. My spirit can't take this. Big done died. He done fell down. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting her to ride to the hospital or something. I wasn't expecting this. Okay. I see now that this little episode is going to work my nerves. This series is going to work my nerves. Baby, okay. This was a good first episode. So we got to see the ladies in their element as they are now. So apparently the pandemic has happened. So they are working through the pandemic and whatnot. We were introduced to Nikori Ari Parker's character, and she is Charlotte's friend, and she's dealing with her mother-in-law, who is a concert pianist, and her son. I'm sorry, that was funny, because there would be no way, if I had known that he was not ready, he would not have done that recital. He would have had to done something else. He would have had to wait to the next year. There would have been no way that I'd have put him up there. I'd have made him wait, and then I would have explained to him that this was an important thing, and that he would have had to do it, because don't nobody want to hear his grandmama go off. That would have been my reasoning. But anyway, we're introduced to her character, and her character is she is kind of Miranda-ish. They like to drink wine in the recital and whatnot. But Charlotte should be very proud. Lily is a very good concert pianist. She's very good. I don't know about the other daughter. She seems like the rebel, the wild child, but that's not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. She's not one of those people that is conforming to all of that, the social standards of the day. She wants to do what she wants to do. So, let me know if you're gonna watch this series. Let me know. Let me know what you think about it if you've seen the first episode. I'm gonna watch the second episode. Because I wanted to do the first episode as a watch along to kind of see if it was going to be something I really wanted to do. I watched Sex and the City sparingly when it came on. I know I watched it during the reruns. So I'm excited to pick this show up. You all let me know if there's any show that you want me to pick up to watch and to review. Just leave it down in the comments. And I will see you this time next episode. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, I'm on my quest for 500 subscribers in 6 months. So tell a friend, tell your family, hell, even tell your enemy about my page. All right, bye-bye.